What's going on, everybody? I think we're live, CT. Yep,
Hey,
we're live, man. Hey, thanks for joining me, everybody. I know it's a little bit late. I've been running crazy all day. CT knows, man. But I'm joined here with CT. I don't know why it says Stephen B. but you got to change your name there, CT. I think because you sent Stephen the link. That link is
yeah,
just for you, man. Um, but anyway, man, the Yankees ugly loss today, 7-zip. I said it yesterday, CT. Like,
Hopping in the chat.
uh-oh.
Night Show, OG, Chris, The
I forgot all
Flash.
about that.
I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on, even all drinks.
CT, man, we're gonna hear that for a little bit now. Oh man, I forgot all about that. That thing scared me. Oh, you just booted you
oh,
just
see,
booted CT.
oh, sorry about that. Want to send me the link? I'll give you my email. Or actually, you have my email, right?
Uh, I think I do, man. I'm gonna just
Oh,
post the link in a second in the chat.
okay, I'll hop
But
on that
all
way.
right,
Sorry
it's
about
okay.
that.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I sent one person the link and they sent it around and things got crazy. But the look, I said it yesterday, man. I did not like what I saw with these Yankees, man. Even though we had the win yesterday, the lack of
Joining the
offense,
stream, me compadre, Luis
Luis
Duran.
Duran.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. You could run.
Even though we had even though we got the win yesterday,
Yeah.
the lack of offense, or lack of production with runners in scoring position, I knew something was wrong. Even with Will Warren, I knew that if it was a versus a more experienced lineup, they would have got him out of there real quick.
Yeah.
So I knew yesterday, man, this team still has problems. Granted, we got the win, but there's still problems this team have to address. They really need to address these issues. If not, man, look, we're only half a game up on the Rays right now, which is preposterous. I don't even know how many are we up on the and I'll put it up right now. We're 3 games up on the Blue
Blue
Jays. Man,
Jays. Yeah.
that first place lead is slipping. It's slipping right from beneath us, and we're losing it, you know. The Yankees got some serious issues. What do you think, CT?
Um, I uh, I was talking with a couple different people about this. We've done a real good job of taking players and putting them out of position. Right now, we need to get Jazz back at second. We need to get a third baseman. There's a third baseman, Vargas, from the White Sox. He's making about $700,000 a year. He's batting, I think, 243. He looks pretty good. He's somebody that the Yankees could definitely get a hold of, and that would solve our third base problem to some extent and get Jazz back to second. But you cannot be playing Jazz at third anymore. This has got to stop. So this is our moment. But Vargas is I can't remember Miguel
Miguel?
Vargas. Yeah, I don't know how to type it in here.
I think that's how you Vargas. Well, we'll try that. That's probably I put two. You got to
But
put a space between them, and it's only for members, man. The stats for now. But yeah, I hear you, man. I don't know if he's gonna solve that. I'd rather have Swartz, but even then, man, one guy ain't gonna change this lineup. I think at this point, it's like I hate to say it, man, but it's I don't know if it's culture, if it's locker room, if it's the culture in the clubhouse, or if it's I don't know what it is, man. But you got to do more than this, man. The last 2 games, CT, I'm telling you. Look, yesterday's game, I literally fell asleep in my chair like this. I woke up. I woke up and all I saw was the game is over. You know, I don't know if you ever watched it on Amazon Prime, and it
yeah,
says the
yeah.
game is over, and it's like showing some, and I'm like, what the hell? I fell asleep like in the 7th inning. Today, same thing. It was just boring, lackluster. Some stuff, man, that we got to talk about. You know, a play there with Wells. We'll get into Clark Schmidt's outing. We'll get into the I don't know what's wrong with Ian Hamilton, man. If he's upset at himself for the way he's been pitching, and he got to try to take it out on. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see that when he was
Yeah.
with Jacob Wilson? He was just kind of like, "What the f you looking at?" And the dude was like, chill out, bro. Like, I know they call you the Terminator, but geez, you don't have to do all that, man. It was this team CT. I'll tell you, man. And I hate to be like negative because I really don't. I really want to believe in them. I really want this team to win. Of course, we want the team to win. We're fans, but at the same time, we got to call them out when we see something that is like, look, this isn't cutting it. This isn't, and if it's not cutting it now, obviously, I don't think they're this bad, right? It's like they say, they're never as bad as they look. You're never as bad as you look or as good as you look.
Yeah.
You're somewhere in the middle. But even somewhere in the middle is not good enough,
Yeah.
in my opinion, man. And I hate to be the negative Nancy, man, or the Debbie Downer, whatever you want to call it, but it is what it is. I'm gonna drop the link. We'll just do the open panel. I mean,
I'm really sorry.
yeah.
I didn't mean to mess up everything.
No, it's all right, man. I wasn't planning on, but I'll drop the open panel and first let me get into some of the chats, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Jacob Petruzzi,
Chris,
Stephen B, Luis Duran. He said, Jason, I was a Yankee fan until I met Roger Clemens.
Popping in, my battle buddy, Sean Browning.
Oh my God!
I was just getting into that, man.
Oh, that's all I could play, man, without getting a copyright strike. I'm not gonna lie though, it's starting to get overwhelming. All the woke-up songs, like I gotta figure something out. Because it's getting a little crazy.
I do want to say though, Jason, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to share the link the way I did. I just was trying to get some people on the show. Now you told me that, I won't do that. I'm very sorry. Very sorry.
It's all right, man. It's just the thing is like, if the way I feel is if I invite somebody, or I don't want people to feel left out because I know there's other people that want to get on the show, and I want them on the show, but I can't do it every day. The open panel and stuff because it just throws everything off, and then if I open it up to certain people, I gotta open up to everybody. I feel like that's only fair, but I don't mind either. I really don't. Like I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit. I just want to make sure that I give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Luis Duran said he was a Yankee fan till he met Roger Clemens at his first Yankee game as a boy, made him cry, and vowed never to be a Yankee fan again. Oh man, wait till you meet Juan Soto, you'll be a Yankee fan again.
Yep.
Yeah. Krista Flash is in the building. Joe, man. I'll put the link. I gave you the link, man. You just gotta type it in. Or I emailed it to you too, Joe. I emailed it to you too. But I'm gonna drop the guest link. See, with Evie Mux is different. You have a speakers link and a guest link. So just said didn't get it. Yeah, man. If I give you a link from now on, if you're gonna give it to somebody, just ask, man. Just ask. And none against you, CT, man. I get it. You didn't know any better, man. But it's all right.
I do not mean to
it's
do
good.
That.
It's all right. But yeah, man, Clark Schmidt, he didn't have his greatest outing, but my thing with Clark Schmidt, man, like I said, I still don't trust him. I still feel like against a tougher lineup, he's gonna struggle.
I still think he's a trade piece. People call me crazy. I think he's a trade piece.
I mean, I'm not saying all of that, but I appreciate it, Joe.
I'm gonna go there.
Joe gifted a membership. I don't know who got the membership, but
I honestly think that Clark Schmidt's going to be a trade piece here, and I think the reason why is because we're going to have Hill coming back, and you're going to have 1, 2, 3. We can get something for Clark right now, and we do need a third baseman. We do need bullpen help, and I think if we make the right trade package with Clark Schmidt, you're going to have everything the Yankees need to actually do something in the playoffs this year.
Yeah. I mean, would you rather get rid of? Would you rather trade Clark Schmidt or Will Warren?
Clark Schmidt.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, but for some reason, like, and I'm trying to work with the people who run this stuff to see if I put in a ticket and everything. If you have a laptop, join on the laptop, and when you
Yes,
get on, it's gonna say listen to off stage feeds. As soon as you I bring you up, just turn that off because you're gonna start hearing an echo, and it's gonna throw you off. So I'm gonna
yeah,
put that in there.
Jason and I figured this out the hard way one night.
Yeah. I know it's a lot. That's why I haven't been doing the open panels like
Yeah.
that until they fix this, because I don't want to waste half the show trying to troubleshoot
Yeah,
audio issues and stuff. All right, or maybe Android. Stephen B says Android never has a problem. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've been going back and forth with these people to see what's going on. But the link is in the chat right now
there we
if you
go.
want to join. I'm gonna if we have too much people joining, then I'm gonna bring people up maybe for 5-10 minutes, and then we'll kind of rotate. But me and CT will stay on the entire time. Stephen B is here. Steven, man, what's up, man? Sorry
Good.
about that, dude.
Yeah,
It's
don't
just
worry
I'm
about it.
sorry, I messed that up, Stephen B. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's my fault. It's both our faults. Don't worry about it.
it's all right. So, what do you guys think about uh whatchamacallit, Clark Schmidt's outing today?
I don't know, but Jason, before
Mhm.
I say anything about that, you're looking aged.
Oh yeah, man. That's the stress. I turned it off. Oh man, you don't know what I go through on a daily basis. I'm like this. My life is like it's like I'm running left and right, running after this kid, running after that kid. Look at Joe. Joe's in the Joe. What's up, Joe?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, we got everybody together. Cool.
I sent Joe the link. I sent Joe the link, and he said, "Man, you got to be a rocket scientist." I was like,
Hey,
"What are you talking about? Just a few extra numbers, man."
that's why I gave you membership.
No, I sent it to
You
your
know,
email
that's
too.
why I gave
I
you a
sent it to
membership.
the email.
I
I'm gonna
think
bring it. We got 5. We'll keep it at 5 for now. So, hey Jonathan, how's it going? I
Hi.
would just to kind of manage this. I would like I'll choose a topic and then I'll shoot it to whoever I want to shoot it to. So I'm gonna pull up Clark Schmidt's numbers for the day, um, and then we'll get into that. So Clark Schmidt pitched 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. Obviously, the big blow was to Nick Kurtz. He gave up that 3-run home run. Um, we'll start with Stephen B. What do you think about Clark Schmidt's outing today? And I'm starting with you because you're a big fan of Clark Schmidt. You send me stuff all the time about him. So did he poop the
well,
bed today?
I don't think he had his best stuff, but um, my best bet, when I was watching him, he didn't like finish his made like Sean Browning said, he made 2 mistakes, but you gotta the offense has to pick up at no matter what. Who's the starter? We gotta have offense, and Schmitz didn't have his best stuff, but at least he kept us in it for the most part. But
Mm-hmm.
how are you supposed to win a game if you don't even score a run? It takes pressure
Yeah.
off the pitchers if we actually have like 2 or 3 runs and we have say they don't
Yeah.
score at all and he's putting up zeros. Makes that one pitch was stressful, I would say. But he didn't have his best stuff. I didn't think it was a great outing to begin with.
Yeah,
But to
that's what I
see
always say. If the offense, if you score 0 runs, it's impossible to win. What do you think, Joe? What do you think about Clark Schmidt's outing today? You with us, Joe? Joe looks upset, man. I think he froze.
I think the rant's coming.
Joe, you there? What about you, Jonathan? Should we hand it over to you? I think Joe's lagging.
Clark Schmidt. Look, he just made. He was leaving his ball too high in the strike zone, and they got a
Hmm.
hold of it.
Yeah.
If that ball wasn't high in the zone, it's probably not a home run, and the game could have been a little bit different. Not a win because, of course, we didn't score. Yankees didn't score, which is
Yeah.
another
I'm hearing
problem.
9 different voices.
Yeah, turn off the listen off stage feeds.
On the bottom left,
Okay,
Yeah.
I turned it off.
Yeah.
listen off stage
I
feed.
did.
No, undo that.
I did.
I
And
have it
I'm
out.
hearing 9 different voices.
Not you, Jonathan. It's Joe. If you have that on, you're gonna hear a bunch of different
It's
stuff.
off.
It's off.
It's off.
You sound good now.
Yeah,
Sound
we hear
better
you
now.
fine. I don't hear. Do any of you guys hear multiple voices?
Nope.
Why didn't Joe talk and see if he?
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. What do you think about Clark Schmidt's outing today?
I did. I did, guys.
No, Clark Schmidt's start.
Schmidt.
What do you think about Clark Schmidt's start? Joe, what do you think about Clark Schmidt's start tonight?
Yeah, man. Joe, I'm gonna drop you for a second, and we'll try to fix it behind the scenes, and then you let me know. The thing is, so the backstage is a different audio feed, so you got to make sure you turn that off
Yeah.
before you go on stage. I don't know if that's the problem you're having right now, but it looks like you have a lag or something. But yeah, look, Clark Schmidt, he
Look,
didn't
I
have
don't
his
want to kill
greatest.
your stream. I'll just go off. I don't want to kill your stream.
No, it's all right. You're not killing it, Joe. We're gonna
You're
figure
not
it out.
killing. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
CT
Sometimes
is pretty good.
the best way to do is backstage.
Yeah, and CT's pretty
Yeah.
good at figuring this stuff
Mhm.
out.
Yeah, just give me a
Yeah,
second there, Joe.
I
Joe.
don't want to kill your stream.
No, Joe, give me a second. Give me a second. I got this.
Yeah.
No, he seems like he's fine.
Yeah, I can hear you, Joe. Can you hear me right now?
I can hear everybody, but you're all talking at the same time. I can't understand anything.
Okay, that's why we're gonna do it where Jason's gonna ask
Yeah.
a question to one of us, and we're gonna go from there. So Jason, ask
So
him.
I was asking you, Joe, what do you think about Clark Schmidt's outing? Were you okay with the outing? Do you think it was a bad outing, a good outing? What did you see that, and
Now,
huh?
Joe, what do you think of Clark Schmidt's start tonight?
All right, we're gonna Joe. I'm gonna drop you real quick, and we'll figure it out backstage. We'll help you out.
go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, man. So me personally, I said before, I don't have a ton. I like Clark Schmidt. I don't have a ton of confidence in him though for some reason, and maybe it's just me, but um, but lately he's been pitching better, and I feel like he's a good middle to bottom of the rotation guy. Like I don't mind him either, but he's not the guy I want up there like in a big game or anything like that. I that's definitely what I don't want. But yeah, the big home run to Nick Kurtz was the pretty much that was like the kill shot right there. Once that happened, I knew it was pretty much over.
It's all over. Yep.
Yeah.
The bigger problem was the Yankees' offense.
Yeah, you're right. Look, you can't. I don't care. He could have pitched a one-run game, a one-hitter, one run, and we would have lost. Jacob Petrucci brought up a good point up here. He said, he said today was our 5th shutout of the month, second most in history for 1 month. That's just unacceptable, man. This team is playing. It's crazy how this team could go from playing so great, like breaking records and most home runs in a game and all this stuff to like the highs are super high and the lows are really low. Like, how do you?
Well, I think the one problem I see, especially with Judge, is he's expanding his zone too much. He's swinging when the ball is in the left his batter's box instead of waiting for his pitch. they don't. A lot of the Yankees don't seem very patient, and they're not working the pitcher.
Hmm.
You've had games where there's been in the sixth inning, the pitcher still has less than 70 pitches.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
need more patience at the plate. They need to wait for the pitch and swing at the pitch when it's in the zone. Learn how to recognize a good pitch and a bad pitch. This is something you need to learn before you reach the majors.
yeah. But who you talking about, the whole team, 1 through 9, or are you singling
Well,
out certain players?
well, the majority of them anyway.
Um, yeah. Look, they obviously 1 through 9. I mean, we had some players have been doing okay. Jazz has been all right. Today he didn't have the greatest game or anything, but this team is live or die with the long ball. If they don't hit a home run, I don't
Well,
think they score. You know.
I think that's a mistake. You can't live and die with a long ball. You need an ideal lineup is, in my view, three guys who can hit for power, basically can give you 30 plus home runs every year. Three guys that can hit 300 or give you high on base percentage and high average, and three guys who can do somewhat in some all around. Be flexible. A combination of average and power. So if you have a mix of everything, then that can be a consistent lineup because you don't have this guy. Usually the big home run guys tend to strike out more and not get on base. So if you have three guys that can get on base more than they can not, if you have three guys with a basically, let's say they have a 380 on base percentage or higher, then you can have your big home run guys knock them in and get doubles and not hit the balls to the fences.
Yeah, but see, Stephen B disagrees. Go ahead,
No,
Stephen.
I'm disagreeing with Ally in the bottom.
Oh,
It's time to let Stanton go. Ain't happening. They're not gonna let
It's not happening for one reason only. And you know what that reason is?
what's that?
postseason.
No. The Marlins next year are paying his salary.
10
Part of
million.
his salary.
Yeah, so that's
Next
pretty much
year and
free.
the next 3 seasons, the Yankees are not going to give up $30 million from the Marlins.
Hmm. So, Jonathan, you mentioned that
Yes, yes.
about
Thank
working
you.
the count and everything. So do you think that is that a like is it because of the way the roster is constructed? Is it a management issue as far as Boone or the hitting
It may be
coaches?
a combination of both because the one, I
Entering the
guess,
chat
I
from
guess
the
the
ugly
one
truth, the one, the only, Ken. Let's get
Sorry
ready to
about that, guys.
rumble!
Oh my god, you don't understand that it's starting to get annoying, that thing, but
Yeah.
I gotta stick
One,
with it.
I think one mistake they did last year, and this could have been very helpful, is when they had Soto, Soto could have worked with the younger players such as Dominguez and how to work a count, take a walk, and really strategize of how to.
Oh shoot.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
Uh-oh, we lost him, man. Well, I'm gonna drop him. Yeah, man. What about you, CT? What do you think is this? You think is it a roster construction problem? Is it a man? Is it a the way the team is being managed? What do you think is like the core of all the issues? Because if I feel like we go through this every single year, it's starting to get really, really like
Did,
just.
did you hear my? Did you hear my what I said?
Yeah,
We
and then
heard for the most part, yeah. We lost the last few words of your sentence there.
Yeah.
No, do you want me to go?
uh,
I don't
yeah.
know. I've never had my computer log me out and log me back in at the same time on a live stream.
No, it's all right, Jonathan, man. It happens, man. That's the thing about going live, man. It's unscripted, it's unrehearsed. It's just raw dog in it right here, man.
No,
But
Jason, do you want me to go?
no, dude. What unless you want to
We're
go?
gonna-
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
no. I mean, do you want me to go, like
oh yeah,
shoot?
yeah. I mean, you could, and you guys could go whenever you want, but as long as we're not talking over each other, I'm
Yeah, that's what
okay.
I'm trying to make sure I don't do.
Yeah.
I would say roster construction. We have a couple holes in the team. We don't have a leadoff hitter. I think we need to. We're going to see a trade. And I know people are going to hate me for it, but I really do think that we're going to trade one of our pitchers here, and we're going to pick up somebody else. We're going to add to the bullpen, but we need a third base player. And Miguel Vargas from the White Sox is making under $1 million a year. He'd be a perfect player to put in the third base slot and move Jazz back over to second. I think we're playing. We can't keep playing players out of position. This has gotten ridiculous. We've been doing this for years. If we can do that, but I'm telling
Is
you,
that how you do it?
we're gonna get rid of a pitcher here that you guys are all probably gonna be shocked that we get rid of.
That'd be
You
I don't
have
know.
to
That'd be
say
crazy.
you have to say my precious now.
Yeah, my precious.
Pastas.
Precious.
What do you
My
think, Stevie? What
precious.
really though? Like, all right. Like, in all reality, if a trade happens tomorrow, who you think goes? And this
trade.
this is on
It
the
all depends on the return. I can give you some names, but I need to know the
Yeah.
trade. I need to know who we're getting.
I feel like I know you guys mentioned Miguel Vargas. I feel like, man, that's like, I mean, I guess it'll be an upgrade, but really, is it? You know,
Wouldn't cost us much.
I feel like that's real mad to me. You know, like I feel like this team needs a they need maybe not a big name, but we need somebody who's really gonna make an impact immediately. That as
But it
soon as
wouldn't
they're
cost
on the
us much.
roster, it changes everything.
It wouldn't cost us much though. You're looking under $1 million. $700,000 is his is how much he makes right this year. So we wouldn't have to trade anything away to get a third baseman right now.
CT, how much control years does he have? I'm just curious.
I think it's 3.
Yeah,
That'd
but
be
he's
it.
not. My thing is he's not that good. That's my thing. It's not that good.
Do you like?
I
But
see
do
a
you,
lot more of the same stuff that we have going on right now on the team.
but
You know?
okay, do you want Jazz at third, or do you want to
No,
get?
but I'd rather have Jazz play second, but I need somebody better than this, man. Come on. I mean, I guess it's better than DJ, you know, but it's like, come on, it's barely moving the needle. This is not gonna move the needle much, in my opinion. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think, Steven?
I was gonna say what I have was me and CT Cars was talking about this a little bit earlier on the phone. Jazz at third base has a negative 25 for playing position.
Mhm.
He has a plus 25 per second, just statistically. That's how much bad our defense is at third base. And
Yeah.
to play Jazz at third when DJ wouldn't even be negative 25 player, it's boggling. And I know me and CT were talking about this for about 10 minutes before I went to go shopping. I wanted to get on Joe's stream, but the numbers don't lie. Jazz more errors at third base than he had at second when he was playing, and he only had 3 errors at second. I think he's up to 5 or 6 just at third base alone. I mean, and like we talked about earlier, there's not really a lot of third basemen out there. If you're really gonna look for someone
Who the
for
hell is
third
Tim
base,
Tower? My bad. I know. Go ahead,
no, you're
Steven. I'm
good.
sorry. I'm trying to.
You're good. Don't worry. I don't care. I mean,
Tim Tawa?
Entering the chat, my man,
Ken.
Dev Finch.
I'll
what's up,
pass.
Dad?
Dev, what's up, Dev?
Yeah, what's up,
My
Dev?
thing is
But
that so I'll say this right. That we lost Jonathan again.
he'll be
Um,
back.
I think that all right. So like I hear what you're saying about Jazz at third, and I agree, man. I've been saying that from the beginning. Like, why are we taking a step back? Like we're supposed to be better on defense, and we're taking a step back doing that just to accommodate DJ,
Yeah.
who's probably better
But
at third. Like in reality, like
he is. CT, do you want to pull up this check really quick on your other side of the monitor just to check DJ's
mhm.
defensively at third base? Because he can't be more negative than his Jazz at third.
I don't have my second monitor here.
Li
I
is
can,
gonna
Oh,
jump on soon. Li, be
oh,
respectful. No cursing, Li, because I'm gonna kick you out, man. It took me forever to get to get them to allow me to do memberships because we be cursing here too much.
well, let's put it
yeah.
this way. DJ has 3 hits in his last 5 games.
Yeah.
No
Oh, that
doubles, no triples, no homers. He has 2 RBIs in those 5 games. He's struck out 6 times in those games. So what do you guys think of those
Who's
stats?
that?
not
DJ
good.
and
Mm. But
Not
look,
good at all.
but I think that but even the reason we're losing, right? The reason why the offense sucks is not because Jazz Chisholm's playing third base. You know?
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's not.
So like that's an issue too. But I think the bigger issue is like, man, we need to get some offense going. We have some gaping holes in this lineup, and when Judge ain't hitting, and then
It's just
Stan isn't hitting, it's like what's gonna happen? Like, there's nobody else. Who else is gonna come through? You know?
the only two that usually come through is Judge or Stanton
Hmm.
when he's on, but it takes him a month to get going because of the injuries halfway through the season. So he's really behind if you think about it. But at the same time, he's money in the postseason. So long as we get him healthy and keep him going, maybe we'll get see the spark coming because he is hitting the ball. He's just not the right people. The
What I
Judges in the last 2 weeks, his stats aren't looking pretty either. If you looked at his numbers.
What I don't like is that we'll have a really good game with a really good lineup, and then we'll sit a player or two the
Oh,
next game, and we'll totally remix the lineup, and we don't get any of the significant like play we saw the game before. And then we occasionally will try to go back to that lineup, but it's like I want to say it was 4 or 5 games ago where we sat Belly and Belly was on fire all of a sudden. Why are we sitting Belly? And we're just messing with the lineup a little too much in my opinion. But maybe I'm just crazy. But I really like to see us with a consistent. I think I was talking to somebody. Maybe it was you, Jason. Um, Maybe not. I can't remember who I was talking to, but we were talking about putting Jason Dominguez as our leadoff batter. Leave him out there for a week or two. Don't take him out. Leave him in there. I want to see
Hmm.
what he can do in a week or two. Let's not keep changing up this lineup. If we do this, we may be able to see that within 2 weeks. We have something there. But if we throw him in for a game or two and he doesn't deliver, well, us Yankee fans are going to throw him under the bus. And I don't think that's fair. I think we need to figure our leadoff batter. And Dominguez is possibly our leadoff batter.
All right, let me say something real quick. Li, if you have to use a laptop or an Android phone, I don't know what it is. I submitted a work ticket. They're trying to figure it out. I apologize, man. But if you got a laptop or Android phone, by all means, man, jump on.
But what do you guys think about Dominguez, leadoff batter?
I like it. I think that's
Why
where
is
he
this not
belongs.
working? I think it's worth a try. They didn't even give it like a legitimate shot.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the problem with the Yankees. They don't use what they have. They need to use what they have, and even when they do,
Hmm.
they do it only for 2 or 3 games, and then they breast him.
yeah,
like Dominguez had 3 hits the other day, and he
And
didn't play the next game. That is so
No.
stupid. That if your young guys are doing well, keep him in the lineup. That's one. And another thing, if Hal
Bless
consistently
you.
complains about having a high roster, a high payroll, they need to show that they have young guys in the minor leagues who can take the place of major league expiring contracts.
Hmm.
so, Jonathan, it was you and I who were having the conversation about Dominguez leading
Yeah,
off, I think. And I agree with Jonathan, but you need to give it more time than a game or two. This needs to go on for a week, maybe 2 weeks. You got to force
a
this.
couple months.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And just like they gave Volpe, I want them to give the same opportunity they gave to Volpe to Jason Dominguez.
I
They
agree.
played Volpe every day, regardless of how bad he was in the field. They don't they For some reason they give Volpe a pass on everything, and they sit Jason Dominguez down when he has a good game. I do not understand that. And look, if the Yankees continue to do this with their young players, there's not going to be many young players who want to sign with this team, because they'll see that if I have the talent to play in the major leagues, but this team doesn't want to play me, why should I sign with this team?
I'll be honest, Jonathan. If I was getting drafted, right? Obviously, like to get drafted by any team is, but I'd want to go to the A's or a team that I can know I could have a legitimate shot of getting called up, or the
Marlins,
Marlins.
A's,
The
Yeah,
Brewers.
the
Pirates,
Yankees, man. A lot of these guys, with the exception, there's a few that I think Dominguez. They gave him he fast tracked. Volpe obviously fast tracked, but most prospects, man, they're gonna get blocked. Somebody's up here blocking them. You know.
well, that's why the Yankees need to change the way of thinking, and they need to trust their young players more. And as I just said before, if Hal really cares as much as he says about the payroll, he has to develop his players, his
Hmm.
prospects, because that is the only way to lower your payroll. You can't lower the payroll by trades. You can't lower the payroll by free agents. You have to bring a guy and pay him arbitration money for 5 years.
Yeah.
The other thing is they have to start changing their philosophy for hitting too, because it's obvious when we watch them that they're just either strikeout or first pitch, and they're not doing like we were saying, work the count, let them bunt. It's been really, the analytics really got to take a look at that, because if you watch the old games, well, how do you have a big inning? You get someone in second, and you put people on that have speed on there at second, you're going to destroy the pitcher's concentration. They
Yeah.
make some more mistakes, and
And
runs come out of it.
Let me address Eli real quick. Eli, Giancarlo Stanton coming back to the lineup did not ruin the Yankees offense, man. That is just come on, Eli. You have to put together a better argument than that. The
and
the
another
offense was already going, he just added to the, you know. But
Another thing is the Yankees need to steal bases more from Volpe, from Dominguez, from everybody who has plus speed.
Judge
what's
Jazz,
can.
up, Demon D?
Well, I would say one thing if I have a moment here.
Hmm.
you
It
do.
did seem that when Oswaldo Cabrera went down, this there was a shift in the energy in this team.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that. I'll let you guys think about that for a moment because
Yeah,
when he
of
went
course
down,
there was a shift in energy. First of all, everyone when that happened, and I wasn't here to see it, but that happened. Everybody feels that pain, even if you just see it. When you see what happened, everybody feels that pain. So there has to be a little bit of, I don't know how much time, but it's the vision of how his ankle was is is like melted into your memory, and it needs a little. Everybody needs to, I don't know how best to get past it, but they have to just put it aside and just play the game.
I don't think that's it, man. I'll be honest with
What
you.
do you think?
I don't think I think that's a cop. That's an easy way. This is because this is happens every year, apparently. So it's not like we lose. I do think when Oswaldo Cabrera got hurt, it was a tough blow. But
Yeah.
and he was a big part of the clubhouse, and everybody loved him. But I don't think that was it. If anything, they should have rallied behind that. I don't think that was it, man. I think that this team. I'm gonna be honest. Look, I'm gonna be bluntly honest. I think that the first 2 months this team played over their heads. You had guys like Trent Grisham, Ben Rice playing like Barry Bonds, literally. Putting up crazy numbers. Judge batting for something, going insane, and they came back to earth. Everybody's coming back to their mean, and this is the lineup this is the offense that we were worried about going into the season. Look, and I hate to I get riled up on this because before the season started, our concern, right, before Cole got hurt and everything, and then Luis Hill went down, our biggest concern was this offense, losing Juan Soto. What is this offense going to look like? Yeah, we added Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt, but we didn't know that Paul Goldschmidt was gonna play like and he's come down to earth too.
Yeah,
So you have all these players that came down to earth at the same time,
yeah.
and now we look like what we look like on paper, just mediocre,
Yeah,
man. I'll be
that's
honest.
another problem. You have Goldschmidt, Judge, and Bellinger. Bellinger is actually one of the players has gone in the opposite direction. But you have the injury to Peraza, and Judge and Goldschmidt and Grisham all
Yeah.
playing worse than they did a month ago.
So let me ask you guys: before the spring training started, right? What was the biggest concern?
Before spring training,
Mm-hmm. Like
Offense.
right, the offense, right?
the offense.
And then and even through spring training, we was like, oh my God, now the offense we're concerned about, and now the pitching too, because we lost Cole, we lost Luis Hill, Clayton Beater went down, a lot of guys were going down. So then when we started the season, the offense actually they Trent Grisham, we calling him Trent Bonds for a while there, all these guys were playing just crazy. The torpedo bats and all the whatever it was, whatever it was, all of that kind of now we revert back to the mean, and this is the offense we had on paper before we even started, and it's not good enough to me. Anyways, it's not
Well,
good
then
enough.
what do you think they can do in the clubhouse? Say, let's say before tomorrow's game, to say, look, in the first 2 months we played like this. This month we're playing like this. How do we get back to the first 2 months?
You wanna go give it a go, Stephen B.
Well, I was gonna say you gotta. I would actually say the two things that we should really be doing is have a consistent lineup, not change the lineup every day. If you have someone the same lineup every day, people will get comfortable, be able to actually produce, and not have to worry about where they're in the lineup and actually hit.
Well,
Yeah.
the lineup is something that had to be done in spring training. They had a full month of March to come up with a lineup.
I think that I do think that we're not this bad, that we're just playing bad. But I don't think we're as good as what we. In April either. Go ahead, CT.
We have all the talent on this team to do something very interesting. It is how it's being managed that's a problem right now. When you don't put a player like Jason Dominguez as your leadoff batter for more than a game or two, and you don't give it a try, and you're limiting the possibilities and you're playing the analytic card, this is what you get. And the Yankees are playing the analytic card, and it's going to kill us this year.
I think that look, I mean, I think there's is a it's a lot of issues. That's the problem. That, but I don't want to put it. I can't put it all on Boone. It is a little bit Boone, right? But even I think I'm to the point where after seeing this, I think that even if he put the same lineup every single day, Wells ain't gonna hit, bro. You know, like certain dudes still not gonna hit, man. They just
Well,
not.
that's why you got Rice
You
hitting.
know.
That's why you got
Well,
Rice at catcher. That's why
Yeah,
you
and
changed up the lineup.
they, you know, I don't know why they. I think, you know, I was thinking before. I know I said this yesterday. Maybe they thinking about you know, platooning Rice in there as the catcher role. But then I had forgot that JC Escar was on paternity leave too, and they didn't call up anybody. They just left it. They're a man down. They got 25 active players on this roster right now
Yeah, and I don't know why.
because they don't want to waste options on players for 10 days if they're gonna send them back down. I mean,
can
Well,
I say
maybe that option rule should be exempt for paternity leave.
I agree.
yeah,
agree? And I was going to say something about Wells. We're also really spoiled for how many good catchers we are. I mean, catchers we had offensively. I mean, most off catchers mostly are just there for defense. I mean, if you look at Wells' stats, like defensively with all that stuff, his his ERA for all the starting pitching is really really low. He's pitch framing's really well, and yeah, he doesn't have the best arm for a second, throw for second, but pitchers also the starting pitching have to keep the liners closer by looking at them and that. I mean,
yeah.
and
I want
he
you,
and he
oh,
is
that's a perfect segue though, because Wells did a play today that it was like, dude, what are you doing? You know, you got to be better than that. Um, but I hear what you're saying, Stephen B. But come on, you got to do more than that. Somebody
and
pull up Austin Wells because he's not doing great. But I want to answer some of these chats real quick. Yassine says Boone doesn't have a feel for the game, and I think that's true sometimes. You know, we are 80 games into the season. If professional hitters cannot figure out how to hit, especially with runners on second and third and one out or less, I think it's a little bit of blame enough to go around. But you know, I want to pull up this because he says that I have a point. If the lineup is consistent or makes instinctive production on the offense would be better. But I do agree with the consistent lineup. Like I like a consistent lineup. I think hitters like it. I don't think that that's gonna change though. I don't think if he put the same lineup for a month straight, that you get all of a sudden we're gonna see a huge difference. You know?
The feel for the game. I definitely see that in games where there's a feel. Who looks good, who's having a good game, who and we take that feel away at times, and that is one thing I did want to say is we need to have more feel for the game in front of us and not worry about the analytics and this other stuff. Who's looking good today? Leave that player in. If this guy is hit, is 2 for 3, is giving us 2 RBIs, we're leaving him in. We're not taking him out. You know.
And I agree with you. You have to sometimes play with your eyes instead of a computer. A computer is just numbers. If a guy is playing well a couple days in a row or 2 days in a row, for example, and the numbers say the computer says he should rest on the third day, but he's gone. Let's just say he for 2 days, one of your players goes 6 for 8 in 2 games, and the third game, your computer says this guy should sit. Why would you want to sit him after he's going 6 for 8 in the past 2 games?
Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. I'm looking at Austin Wells numbers right now. Um, I get it. Like you know what's my thing, and well, catches is a little different, I guess, but especially for like infielders and stuff, like the shortstop position, you know, generally you don't expect super offensive production from that position. You want somebody to field the position well, right? But I tell you what, there's a lot of guys in the minors. You got to hit too, man, because there's a lot of guys in the minors that could field really good, but
Hey,
they can't
Jason.
hit. So go ahead,
Jason,
CT.
can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, man.
What was Wells' batting average? Was it 212?
Oh, let me
11.
pull it up again, man.
I think it was 212. Now,
Yeah,
how close to the Mendoza line is that? That's not a good sign.
that's 12 points, man. But the thing is that take care, Jacob, man. But so Austin Wells, right? Today he made a bad decision, right? The ball took like a weird hop, ended up coming back towards home plate. He should have just let it go foul. That was a tough play to make anyway, but he ends up grabbing the ball. I think that at the time I was very upset with him. I'm not gonna lie. Watching the game live, I was upset, but then after watching the replay, you could tell it was just his natural instinct was to just grab the ball, Uh, so I won't put that on him as much, but I don't think that for the lack of production that you get from the plate, from the batter's box with Austin Wells, I don't think he gives you that much defense, to make up for the lack of offense. I think that they got a kid down there, Jesus Rodriguez, man, who could probably, you
Yeah.
know, give you just as much of what you're getting from him
I
right
like a
now.
scar. I like a scar.
But I would be fine with playing a Scar and Rodriguez.
Actually, I got a better idea. Why don't we play Rodriguez at third? He actually can play there too.
Oh,
Yes,
that too,
that too.
But
And
remember,
I don't I
he's a
don't know
rookie, so
why they haven't given Rodriguez much opportunity.
I like a scar, though. I like him.
Yellow says Yankees have no situational hitting, and no one seems to just want to do the simple approach. Also, if they keep Jazz at third, they need to check in on Nick Gonzalez. Has control and has a great approach.
I can't argue with that.
Right. NFE says analytics is a tool and should be used as a guideline, but it doesn't give you the whole story. I think that I don't think that Boone just uses analytics. I think that sometimes his eyes are a little bad too, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Aiden says because Rodriguez
Stephen
sucks
B is laughing.
defensively. Well, you don't know how he's gonna do until you actually call him up. Rodriguez his batting average went below 300 recently.
Yes, he says Kyle Riley is raking and hitting a lot of home runs as a catcher, and he was a platinum glove catcher last year.
Yeah,
I think. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I didn't mean to cut you off.
unfortunately, I wish the Yankees drafted him, but they didn't.
So, anyways, guys, we've got Marcus Strowman starting tomorrow. How do you guys all feel about that?
I think he's starting just to show it's a showcase. I think it's a showcase for a possible trade.
Why are you laughing?
I can't laugh. How can you guys not just laugh seeing that?
Jason, just read Ken's last one.
Okay. Escar, are you kidding me? He's 0 for 17 and throwing base runners out this season. His numbers are worse than Trevino.
That's why I was laughing, Jason, because I just saw that comment and just it's true.
I'm not a big fan of him. I didn't mention him, man. and Rodriguez. My thing is, if you're not gonna be great behind the plate, I'm talking about great. If you're not gonna be great at your position, then you better be hitting, man. You better be hitting because in the minors, you could find great defense, man. You could really find great defense. Now great hitting is hard to find.
They
man.
have to do something.
Yeah, they got to do something real quick. Look at a guy like Peraza, right? He has everything you want defensively, but the bat is just not there. You know where you want it.
I'm
Um,
not.
If Peraza could hit 260, that would be perfectly
yeah.
fine.
I'm not.
Cam brought up a good point there. He said the league average this year is 249, pretty much 250, and we
Then
got a ton of guys below that. You know,
even if he can hit
Oh,
the league
snap.
average,
Now in the chat, the legend himself, C.T.
I'm
Card.
sorry.
On the road again.
I'm
Just
sorry.
can't wait to get on the road
I
again.
don't wanna-
no, it's okay, man.
I'm sorry. I just want to see Marcus Stroman. That's what I'm worried about.
That's
No, because it goes off whenever the first chat.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man.
I don't even know how to put something in the chat.
Exclamation point and then
D-
No,
type.
did you?
I don't have a place. I
You
don't
should.
have
You don't have
it's
the
a
comment.
gas
Only
thing.
you got to be on the speakers to see the comments like that. Whatever.
But that's my worry about Marcus Stroman tomorrow. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't mean to get the
All right.
theme
So
song.
what do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
I see 3 innings pitched on Marcus Stroman. He's out of the game. Bullpen.
I mean, out of the game, no 0 earned runs, and just that they have a pitch
I
limit
bet-
on him.
I bet he gives up 3 runs, 3 innings. We pull him out, and it's going to be the bullpen.
What about you, Steven?
I don't even have him going 2 innings. I think he's just gonna get lit up by the A's, unfortunately.
Oh
And I don't. It's not even the Strowman. It's just look at what he was doing in the at Double A, and their hitters gave up so many runs. I don't trust the guy, and
Mhm.
maybe if he hits the spots, maybe we have a shot. Maybe. The offense has to pick it up for him. Otherwise, we're just gonna see another dud.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm sending a private message. What about you, Jonathan?
I'm hoping that I don't have any high hopes of Strowman. I'm hoping he can just give us a quality outing. Maybe if we're lucky, 4 innings, 2 runs. Lucky.
4
But
innings,
I
2
don't have
runs.
any high expectations. All my expectations are low.
Yeah.
As they should be.
Low, mighty low.
And what about the Yankees? Do we do anything against Severino?
If we get to him early, I noticed with Severino, if we can get to him early, his control is off on the left side of the plate, and if we can get to him early, not swinging on the first pitch, we will be very, very good. We'll be building up counts with him. All of a sudden, we'll have 2-0 counts, 3-0 counts. But if we swing on those first pitches, we're going to be getting ourselves in trouble. His first 2, sometimes 3 innings, Severino can have issues with his location. I know you guys all know what I'm talking about. So this is where we take advantage of him.
I think I don't know, man. I think it, like Jonathan said, it's kind of like a showcase, trying to show something. Maybe somebody will take a flyer on them.
That's what I think. I think this is a showcase just for trade.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me get Eli in here,
Bro,
man,
why
because
is
I know
this going
Eli has
so
a lot
fucking
to
slow?
try to limit the curses, please, Eli. Please.
No?
Huh?
And run on the laptop?
You here?
I can't hear absolutely anything. Good, okay.
You had too much beer tonight?
That's gonna give us sucks.
Turn off the listen off stage feeds, man. But anyway, yeah, I think that
What's
Eli
going
tries to
on, everybody? What's going on?
Oh,
You
what fucking end is that?
I'm bringing you down because you're listening to the the video. That was how I started the video. But yeah, before we wrap this up, I want to get Eli in here so he can speak his mind. But anyway, Dev had a good question in the chat. He said, if you could change one, you're commissioner for the day. If you could change one rule in Major League Baseball right now, what do you change?
I'm ending the Ghost Runner.
Ghost Runner.
Ghost Runner? You too, Stephen B?
There's like two things I really would want to get rid of.
Mhm. You got to get, you can only be one.
Pitch clock.
Pitch clock, really?
Yeah. And that's not,
Okay.
I'm not saying 30. I'm saying put it back to 40 because we're seeing more pitchers get injured. It's not even
I would also put the pitch clock back to 25. I would make it a little bit longer. And
I could see
for
that.
two reasons. For two reasons. It doesn't necessarily take away anything from the game. And you want you although you want a faster game, you also want to enjoy the game as a fan and as a ticket paying fan, and you're going to a game, you don't want to come home 2 hours later. If you
Yeah.
stay there for two
Yeah.
and a half to 3 hours, that's fine.
I think that look, I'm not. I get like maybe adding a few more seconds to the pitch clock. I'm
Yeah.
all for that, but the pitch clock is godsend, man, because some of these pitches would take forever, dude,
I
to get a
understand.
pitch. I'm talking
25
about forever.
seconds. 25 seconds is enough.
Maybe a portion?
Yeah. You hear us, Eli? Eli?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think.
man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Eli, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you were the commissioner for a day, what rule would you change or add? One, only one.
I don't really know because I kind of like how the game's going. Hmm. Hmm. I don't really know.
All right, since while we have you here, because I want you to. I know you don't like Giancarlo Stanton. I disagree with you on a lot of things. Obviously, he's not playing great right now, but I don't think he's the reason why the whole lineup is not playing well. Make convince me to see it your way.
Okay. Okay. Because I heard the the arguments that were made and the opinions on this, and holy Jesus, have I love my Yankee fans, but holy crap, have I never heard so many wrong opinions in my
So,
life.
but you got to be specific, man.
Holy
Which
crap.
one? Which one?
Like, oh, Hal doesn't care. The team playing over their heads wasn't that good. We're better without. Yet we were first. Actually, no, we were second in runners in scoring position in April, fourth, and then dropped to 17th.
Yeah.
I wonder what two returns helped that. Oh, maybe a brick wall in Giancarlo, and then a washed up has been in DJ LeMahieu, who, oh, I wonder who said wasn't that good. Oh yeah, and we should have let go after 2020, after he won a batting title in a 60-game season.
So
That was me.
let me ask you this, Eli.
What?
I hear what you're saying, right? I hear what you're saying, but so you think two people are affecting everybody else's at bats? Two people are the reason why Judge is slumping, or the reason why Wells can't hit,
No,
the
because
side of a barn.
okay, no. Well, Wells is disappointing, but you have to cluster in Rice, you have to cluster in J-Dom, you have to cluster in Grisham. I'm like, I said it in May. I said it. Cut him. He can't run. He can't field. He is a homer or nothing one-tool DH that does nothing outside of just, oh, let me hit a homer real quick. And if it doesn't hit a homer, he's hitting a long single, which is proven. And he can't even get power anymore because his elbows, in everything that I've seen, his elbows have zapped his power. I'm sorry, but his one tool is gone. It's sent to the shadow realm. I'm sorry, Stanton. There's the door. Thank you for your time. Oh, goodbye. We'll find somebody else that can. Oh wait, we'll find somebody else on the trade market. Oh wait a second. We
But
found one in spring training. Oh, what's that guy? what's that guy's name? He
Eli,
wore
Eli.
oh wait.
I'm gonna tell you why your
Who-
argument. Like I get it though. Stan is playing. He's playing terrible, right? But to say that he's the reason why the whole team can't hit, that's where you lose me, Eli. That's where you lose me right there.
Okay,
You
we
know.
started
And
7 and
but
3 in
hold on, Eli.
June.
Let me plead my
Now we're
case, right?
7 and 10.
Eli, when I tell you, right, what was
Hmm.
Grisham's batting average and how was he playing in the month of April? Him, Ben Rice, Paul Goldschmidt. Why did their numbers drop dramatically? It's not because of Giancarlo Stanton.
Nope.
It's not because of DJ LeMahieu. So that's where you lose me. It's because
Right.
they were playing
Rice
over
got-
their heads. They were never going to sustain that. You understand?
Rice
So
wasn't-
now that
Rice
they
is
came
not-
back to
Rice
earth.
is not playing over his head.
Okay.
Rice is
No,
not. Okay,
now
this
he's
is
not.
The one thing, this is the one thing that I will hate forever from Yankee fans. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, a young guy comes back, he performs well. He's been the unluckiest player in baseball, and I don't give a damn what old school Yankee fans have to say. It's like I don't care. The expected stats say that Rice is playing worse than he should. He is a 290 hitter because everybody else has to be Ozzie Smith or freaking Ken Griffey Jr. in the goddamn outfield because for some reason Ben Rice cannot buy a hit. For some reason.
I agree though. Eli has been unlucky. I mean, Eli, Ben Rice has been unlucky. Trust me, if you listen to me every day, I say he hits the ball hard. He's getting unlucky, right? But
And
at the end of the day,
I
right?
will say with
Expected
Trent
stacks. I expected to be a baseball player, and I'm sitting here with you, Eli. Expected on me a damn thing. But my thing is, look,
No,
the way he was
Here's the
batting, and
thing
he's still
with
playing good. Listen, Eli, but you're not gonna listen though. You see, that's what I'm saying. Let me make my case. I let you
No,
speak.
I am going to listen.
I let you speak, right? So let me make my case. If you think, I think, look, if anybody who knows me knows that I'm big on Ben Rice. I'm big on Ben Rice, but to think that he was going to sustain what he was doing the first few weeks of the season, all season, look, maybe he could have, right? I hope so, but it like that's far fetched, man. The same way to think Judge was going to bat 400 is a little like, you know, like you got to be a little bit realistic. And Judge and Ben Rice is
Well, I
still doing good.
well,
He's still doing good, but still the team's slumping, right? Judge is in a slump. Goldschmidt's numbers dropped dramatically, and it's not because Giancarlo Stanton came into the locker room or into the lineup. That's my whole thing, Eli. But I hear you though, man, and I respect your opinion. And I do love the young guys, dude. I do. I want them to play.
I'm going to say, and I'm going to defend Trent. I'm going to defend Trent Grisham here. The reason I want Trent Grisham over Giancarlo Stanton is because
It's because you're crazy, bro.
gives me
That's
speed.
why.
No,
Like,
no, I
go ahead.
want speed, contact, and defense. He gives a
Mhm.
speed, contact, defense. Things that Giancarlo cannot. So I'm sorry, Giancarlo. There's the bank or there's the door.
I know,
And
but he
you
don't
can
play
put
every day though.
Grisham.
Eli, he don't play every day.
Jason, listen. You can put Grisham in center. You can put Dominguez in left, Judge in right, Goldie over to the DH, Bellinger to first, and holy crap, your team is actually better. And your lineup would be Jason Dominguez in left, batting first, which he should have been all season, which I called for in spring training, but I was hating on then. And now in June, everybody's coming to my table, which you're welcome for setting that up for you. Dominguez, Grisham, Judge, Bellinger, Goldschmidt, Chisholm, Volpe, Rice, and I'm just gonna put Praz in there because I don't want DJ LeMahieu anywhere near this team. Please just cut him. For the love of
They're
God,
not gonna cut
Judge,
him.
Yeah. All right, Eli, let me get somebody else in the conversation. Go ahead, Jonathan. Eli, let everybody speak, and we'll come back to you.
Understand two things. They're not gonna cut DJ LeMahieu, and they're not gonna cut Giancarlo Stanton. They're not gonna cut Stanton for the sole purpose of the Marlins are gonna pay his salary
$10 million.
for the next 3
I
years.
hate hearing that. I hate.
Well, what you
There-
think does
Where's-
not matter. What's reality? What's
Okay.
fact matters.
Jo-
Marlins own
Jonathan,
Yankees.
No, here's the
The
thing.
Marlins
They were
owe
going
the
to cut
Yankees
DJ
$30 million as part of the trade, which is going to be paid
Who,
in the final 3
who
years.
cares? Where's he playing?
I
The
understand.
Yankees
All right,
care. The
all
Yankees
right.
care. They don't
Hold on,
want to
hold on. Yeah,
pay.
yeah.
Jonathan, where's
That's the thing, Eli, man. Look,
Because-
Eli, you keep saying the Yankee fans, and I get it, but you gotta understand, man. The Yankees aren't gonna cut him, dude. So what do you want us to do?
Let's see.
He's on this team,
As
dude.
I
Like,
said,
what do you want us to
Let me
do?
get
I
this
can't
straight.
cut
Let me
him.
get this straight.
the main
Let,
purpose of
let
the
me get
Yankees
this
not
straight.
going to
So,
cut him
Jonathan,
is
Jonathan, let me
the
talk.
Marlins pay
You had
$30
your time.
million of his
Let me talk.
contract.
Go
I
ahead,
don't
Eli.
care
For
about
the last
that.
5 minutes.
Here,
El-
let me get this straight. So, Yankee fans want Kyle Tucker, right? Everybody here wants Kyle Tucker.
No,
Am I correct about this?
no. I
Everybody wants
want Kyle
Tucker.
Tucker.
No,
I mean, if
Okay,
if you could get
I
him,
would
then
prefer
yeah.
Spencer
Who
Jones.
doesn't want Kyle Tucker?
Because 90% of Yankees Twitter has been on top of Kyle Tucker for the most since he was a trade target in the offseason? He plays right field. Judge plays right field.
He could play center field.
Judge is now Tucker is god awful in center field, and he hasn't played center field in 4 years.
He's played it
So
before. I'm sure he could play left field if you needed him to.
Okay, so you're putting a worse defender. Okay, so we're blocking Spencer Jones, who is a better center fielder defensively,
Trade
to
piece.
just go to the 24.
Listen, Eli, this is Eli. I'm gonna turn right now. Look, this is where you lose. If I could get Kyle Tucker, if I could get Kyle Tucker, and that means giving up Spencer Jones, I'm giving up Spencer Jones, bro. All day, every day, twice on Tuesday, Sunday. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Kyle Tucker is a proven major league superstar guy, super duper star, is gonna be in the Hall of Famer. And Spencer Jones, he could be that, but we don't know. You understand? So I'm gonna take what I know. I'd rather take the devil I know than the devil I don't.
I'm gonna pour water on the Kyle Tucker thing. The Yankees aren't going to talk to him. They're not.
I didn't say that though. I agree with you.
I don't even know.
Hang on, let me finish.
I don't know how to put my name on in the comments. I don't know.
Jonathan, let me finish. Jesus Christ.
You've been talking for 10 minutes.
He's talking about the comments, dude.
Jason, let me finish. I want to finish.
Here.
I'm kidding.
Let me go with. Okay, here's the thing. So Kyle Tucker is not leaving Chicago. Anybody who thinks he's leaving Chicago, or if he leaves Chicago, is not going to Philadelphia, you're crazy. He's either being a Cub or a Philly. So get Kyle Tucker right out of your minds.
I agree.
Because the
you brought him up. I didn't bring him up. That's what I'm saying. Eli, you're all over the place, bro.
Kyle Tucker's not going to be a
They're
Yankee.
making it completely obvious. It's going to be Jason in left. It's going to be Jones in center, and it's going to be a new person in right because Judge is going to need DH rep because Judge is 33. He's going to be 34 next season.
He's going to play right field as long as he can.
Eli, how old are you, Eli? Again, I know you told me before, but I forgot. How old are you?
I'm 26, and Judge is
Eli,
34
you make 34 seem like it's like 70, bro. My goodness,
yes,
dude.
but this is a baseball player. This is a baseball player. So how much time does he have left in right field? And the Yankees, that's their golden goose. That's their golden egg that they make bank on. You're going to kill that?
You're still very young. You haven't lived through life yet.
One told PH who
when
isn't
you're 33,
anymore,
you're gonna.
And here, let's do this. You cut him. Let's see. I've heard this. The Mets. Oh wait, they have Juan Soto, Brandon Nimmo, Mark Vientos. Okay,
what
so
are
he's
you
gone.
talking
Okay,
about right now?
He's all over the place. He's all over the place.
Who picks him up? Who? You pick him up. Who cuts him? Who gets him? Who?
Eli, I don't even know what you're talking about anymore, bro. You lost me.
Jason, before we get started, let me know when the next trivia get there.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I will, Jonathan. Li,
And
man,
I see
but
this.
let's move on from that topic, man, because look, I
Oh,
hear your arguments, and I agree, man. I've been saying it like I want the DJ out of here and all that. I don't know, obviously I disagree about Giancarlo Stanton, but the
I got the
fact of the matter
perfect
is the
topic to
Yankees
move
aren't
on.
going to do that, Li. You know it, they're not going to do it. So I'm gonna add
I
Hitman,
got the
man.
perfect topic to move on to. I got the perfect topic
Hitman, what's up,
because
man? Oh, it's
I
good
have
Buddha
seen
Mo.
so many. I have seen so many people kill Hal Steinbrenner. And the Yankees have this comment from Dev Finch. Yankees have poor leadership and Hal needs cleaning house. Yet we're on a 30 season win streak where we have a good future
A
that
30
apparently
season, a
nobody is
30
seeing.
season win
That,
streak
that,
means nothing.
that nobody is seeing. We have a good future in set where you could realistically dump out Luis Seal after the season, trade him to refill the system, trade Schmidt to refill the system because you got Cam Slittler coming up. You have Will Warren breaking out this season. Oh, wait, who called that? Me.
Eli, hold on a
You
second,
have
man.
In the
George
last
Lombard
30
coming
years,
up.
how many
Volpe.
World
All right,
Series?
everybody, hold on a second. 'Cause, I'm gonna mute
Let's see.
everybody. I want to put a message out to Hitman. Hold on, Eli, because Hitman's trying to join, but Hitman, it don't work when it's for some reason on cell phones, man. It gives me trouble. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah,
But if you're on your cell phone, man, it ain't gonna work, man. My fault, Hitman. I'll get you up here
you have to
another
find a
time. I
you
apologize.
have to find a laptop.
am
You have to
I?
get a
Yeah.
laptop because I tried my work
You
phone
gotta
and
get
my
you gotta get a
personal.
laptop because Giancarlo Stanton messed it up. That is,
Neither
I
one.
mess with you, man. Eli, you know I love you, brother, man. I really do. I disagree with you on something, but some
Okay.
things you be on. I'm not gonna lie. There's certain things that
But
I
I ain't
agree with you on.
Drugs are bad.
okay.
Drugs are bad. Seriously, like I don't
I ain't
understand.
get,
Li, you gotta stop. You gotta
This
stop
is crazy.
here. You gotta stop.
Jason,
hang
can
on.
I say some
I'm not.
last
Yeah,
word? Can I say a last
I ain't
word
getting. No,
before?
I
yeah,
ain't getting
yeah. All
off
right.
this Hal Steinbrenner thing. Yankee fans have been so disrespectful to him. It
Uh,
is absolutely sickening.
Eli,
Sickening.
I know, man, but that not. I don't think anybody here has been. But Eli, man, I'm gonna get the final remarks, man, because I gotta wrap this thing up,
Yeah,
man.
I wanted to
But
say I just wanted to say my final
yeah. Go ahead,
remark.
Jonathan, and we'll go around the table. And then, live, man, if you want to join again, you know what? Probably not tomorrow, but we're gonna do it again. And I'm gonna message you on Twitter specifically so you could be home and be on your laptop, and then we could do it better.
All right.
I just want
Um.
to know what is the day you're gonna do the trivia?
Oh, tomorrow we'll do the trip. What time is good for you, Jonathan?
Tomorrow is Sunday. I can do it. I don't know. I can do it 8 p.m.
Okay, 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? We'll
Hey,
do it 8
Jason.
p.m.
Jason,
Eastern.
I had a
That
question
should
though,
be fine.
Jason. You know,
Hold
you
on.
and I kind of came up with this trivia thing, and you've been very dissident with me. I feel very distant. What's
No,
going on?
you
Is
didn't
there?
show up last time, right, Jonathan? We were waiting for you.
We were waiting
You
for you.
didn't
You
show
never
up, man.
answered your phone.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I
man.
had some things come up. I'm just messing with you guys, but I really want to
I
make sure
know.
that I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that we do. You know, I think this would be really cool. You guys got a great idea, and I'm glad we
Yeah.
got something like this going. So,
Yeah, man. Join I'm not gonna have prizes yet, but soon I'm gonna start doing those Thor hammers that I was giving out before. Damn, what am I doing here? I just got a 3D print and I'm trying to learn how to mess with the thing. I don't know if you can see it over there somewhere. Hold on. I don't know. I got a mess, man. But anyway, yeah, man. Oh, CT. That's your last words right there, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to know when
Not
my
like that. Not your last words. Your final remarks. Your last words sounds bad.
wait a minute, you just said CT. Those are your final words.
I was
and you
waiting.
haven't done 'em.
10 minutes. My mind is going all over the place because I'm listening to someone that
Yeah.
feels like I'm in an insane asylum.
CT. Final remarks. I don't like that last words thing. I gotta stop saying that. Final remarks. CT.
My last words are we're in for a poo storm tomorrow with Strowman. Don't expect a beautiful magical moment here tomorrow. Yeah, there you go. Thank you for putting it back up there. And I expect all hell to break loose tomorrow. But go Yankees! I hope I'm wrong.
Stephen B.
Um, I'm just hoping for maybe a series win. Maybe take Strowman out after Kobe's if we're tied at 0. And maybe have some. Maybe the lineup wakes up and hopefully maybe the hitting can actually work and people start to break out of their slumps.
Hmm.
But let's go
Um,
Yankees. And thanks for letting us be on, Jason. I really appreciate it.
no, anytime, man. I wasn't prepared for all of this. That's why you can see it
Yeah,
could
no,
get wild. But I don't mind though. Actually, I appreciate all y'all coming on. I want to get Eli's final remarks. Eli, and I appreciate you, dude. You know, I bro, Eli's been around. I don't know if you guys. He's been in the Yankee YouTube space forever, man.
He's
And
trouble. He's trouble.
no, he's not trouble. He's a good dude, man. He's just passionate, and and a lot of things I agree with him
I
on,
do too.
and some things, but at the same time, and like we just got to be realistic. Like we could want something, but what the Yankees and what they're gonna do, that's a different story. But Eli, give me your final remarks, man. Are you still there,
My
Eli?
final remarks is,
Yeah.
like, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Eli.
Okay,
Oh.
good. My final remarks are, please, for the love of Jesus, Strowman, don't give up about 457 home runs. Give up about
Mhm.
like 4 because we know you suck. And then please promptly walk out the door, please and thank you. So we never have to see you again, and get Cam Schlittler up here instead of Strowman for the love of Jesus.
I agree with you there, and I
Cam
think
to
most of
the
us.
majors
I think
now. I
Schlittler
don't
will
care
be
about the
here. I
bullshit.
think Schlittler will be here after the trade deadline.
You think so?
Yep, that's my
Yeah,
exact.
I
That's your
think
Yeah, he
starting.
should
That's your
be.
starting pitching.
I think Schlittler will be here after the trade deadline.
He should be. I'm gonna pull up his stats just so y'all can see it,
I mean,
because the dude is he's doing his thing down there.
Yeah.
His ERA
let's
is
be real. Outside of
1.69.
Sandy
Like,
Everybody will want him in a trade, and I am not trading this guy under any circumstances.
no.
yeah. And give me Clayton Beater
It could
too
be
while
for
you're
him.
at it. Send
Flores.
down Ian Hamilton and give me Clayton Beater. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Why isn't Clayton Beater on this
Oh
team
my.
right now?
Yes.
I don't
Please
know.
retool the bullpen because the bullpen sucks. Outside of Cruz, Williams, and Weaver, the bullpen crap,
Well, did you
and
just
crap.
listen to what we just said?
Yeah.
Clayton Beater should be up here,
Uh,
and he's a
yeah,
bullpen
I've been
guy.
saying, I've been saying that since April.
Well, April he was
That he
injured.
should replace Hamilton. He should replace Cousins. He should replace Leiter. He should replace
Cousins is injured.
who was another.
You don't.
Yeah.
He should
Yeah.
replace Jonathan. You wasted $5 million on Jonathan Loaizaga when you had this right here. Look at the
Yeah.
digits. Look at the numeral digits.
Well,
Yeah.
$5 million
But no,
is not a lot of money in
let's
baseball
send
terms for
$5
one
million
year.
on a nostalgia hire. Please miss me with that. Instead of, let's give Clayton Beater an opportunity. Miss me with that. When the bullpen would be, when Clayton Beater would be our 4th best reliever.
Is that how you
Yeah,
really
man.
feel about that? Tell us how you really.
No, man, we don't got all night, man. CT's an instigator,
Yeah.
man. Let me tell you, he'll get you worked up. No, but Eli, I hear you,
I ain't
man.
gonna lie.
Go ahead.
If I went
I'll give you 30 more
here
seconds,
until
man.
5,
Then we're gonna wrap this up. Go ahead, Eli.
okay, I'm gonna say the lineup tomorrow: Jadom, Grisham, Judge, Bellinger, Goldie, Chisholm, Volpe, Rice, Peraza. Sorry, force a habit to put Wells there, but Wells has disappointed me.
Too much Bud
Mm.
Light.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad though. I like Jason Dominguez leading off. I think that they should have gave him more than one day to try him out there. But Eli, man, I appreciate you joining me, man. I really do. Jonathan, CT Carr, Stephen B, and everybody in the chat. If you have it, man, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You guys know the deal already.
I'm all about Jason leading off. Let's leave him at
Oh,
lead
don't
off.
worry.
for
I thought
two
you was talking about me. I was about to say, dude, you don't want me leading off, man.
Oh no! Well, actually, you know what?
All I do is bunt. I'm a bunt king, man.
Well, we could use some bunting.
Jason,
We could use some bunting.
Jason, I'm not gonna lie. You could probably do better than DJ LeMahieu right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man, yeah. You know what,
As
man? I
one,
probably could though. I'm not gonna lie, man.
You have to
I
hit
ain't
him
gonna
pretty
lie.
quick in video.
As one ESB member, Joe Puglisi said, he's a corpse, and he is 100% right. Shout out to Joe.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
That man
ESB
is
too, man.
corpse.
Yep.
True. Shout out to ESB.
Yeah, they do a good stuff over there, man. I wish I had the link, man, but I'm not gonna link it now. But next time I will though. They do great in the Twitter Spaces, and also they have a YouTube channel. That's Empire State of
Jacob,
betting
know what
baseball.
to do.
Yeah.
Empire State of Baseball.
No, Empire
Yeah.
State of Bet. No, Empire State of Betting is on 2:00. Is on 1 p.m. on Twitter for the
with Rich Rivera,
for the
man. He's a
ESPN
good dude.
NY.
Yep.
That's
I've never
Empire
met
State
him.
of Betting. Their channel name is Empire State of Baseball.
Yeah.
Empire State of Betting is hosted by Chris Nieves at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Seaboard Time.
Yeah, Rich Rivera is a good
on
dude,
Twitter.
man.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. Don't forget tomorrow, catch the CT. You're gonna be on NY Yankee Mania tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll be on.
With Joe.
I'll be on with Joe on New York Yankee Mania. I believe Ken and Jonathan will probably be on. And also we have the Discord channel. If you guys want to look it up. And I know Jason, you have one. I only created mine as a beta. You know, like the test.
No, you good, man. We'll all join yours, man. If
Okay,
anything.
well,
you gotta link it though.
I didn't mean to do that in a way like that. I just was last night I couldn't sleep and I was like, let me mess with this Discord for a while. I came up with all these ideas and I was like, oh, cool, this is really cool. But then you said that you had your channel. I'm like, oh no, he's got his channel. What do I do now? So I didn't mean to do it like that. So I'm sorry.
Jacob put the link there for the Empire State of Betting. Yeah, they do a good job, man. It's funny too when he had the Met fans on, the Met on Met crime, man. That's what we call it. But anyway, man, I appreciate you guys, man. Have a blessed evening, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us. I know it's kind of late. Hopefully the Yankees get back on track.
Later, guys.
Make sure you follow Ken the Ugly Truth, Yankees the Ugly Truth on his channel. Ken, you want to link it before we go? And that's pretty much it, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow after the game. Hopefully, some better news. Thank you, Stevens. Thank you, Jonathan, Li, CT, everybody in the chat, and Hitman. I'm gonna get you up here next time. We gotta figure that out.
This is all on the Discord channel. All the links for you, Jason, for Ken, and
yeah, but you got to link the Discord, man. You got to throw it in the chat because they won't know where to find it or the name or something. How do they find that?
Oh,
yeah, you know.
Can somebody link it?
Hold on. I might go. I had my work phone on, so I could send the thing you gave me. CT.
I don't even know where to click links.
It's all right, man. It's gonna be the live chat stays on for a while, so just drop it in. We're gonna end the stream right here. Yeah, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget trivia night tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna do the trivia. I gotta work on the questions, Jonathan. I'll do that in the morning. And then if you have more, send it to me.
I sent you how many did I send you already?
2.
2? Only 2?
Yeah, but it's all right. I'll send them to you first so you look at them. Right.
Okay.
All right, guys. I appreciate it, man. Have a blessed day. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.